Namaskar, good evening, wherever you are. You should be tuning in to the ESI network to watch this clash. Iconic clash between Indian Railways and Services in the men's division taking place here live and exclusively on the ESI network. The 69th Senior National Volleyball Championships from Bhubaneshwar KIT Institute. Both teams in blue, so it might get a little confusing. But if you're looking at your screens, the team on the right is Indian Railways, and on the left, the boys from Services. So if you're tuning in a little late to the competition, let's give you some context. Indian Railways had a very confident performance yesterday, thrashing their opponents 25-17, 25-19, 32-30, a little bit of a rally that they had to face against Haryana yesterday. On the other hand, Services took the first game against Kerala 27-25, but then Kerala came from behind to take the remaining three. Definitely going to be an even contest and a fantastic opening there for the blockers from Railways. Shout out to all our Facebook fans tuning in. Do let us know your predictions. Give us some set scores. Give us some game scores. Good observation there by the official, spotting the infringement by the captain. Aswal Rai there, captaining this Indian Railways side, an international player himself. Sakleen with that tricky floater serve. Universal flying in from the back, but there is no getting past the captain. The center blocker, Aswal Rai, shuts the spike down on his face. Early days, not getting his feet set before pumping up for that strike. Rohit Kumar there. Still getting his sighters. Judgment. High pressure situation. Judging it to perfection. Seeing it floating beyond the service line. What a serve! The speed, the dip, the revolution on the ball. Impossible to control. And this time successfully getting that block out. And sometimes in volleyball, points are built over two exchanges. The last time round, there was a sighter. This time getting it downwards in the paint, off the hands. What a block! Combination block there. Nothing's getting past them. Rohit and Sanjay Malik combining for that effective block. Reserve there. Something to do with the playing conditions. Nice fake. The offense created by the fake at the center, creating the space from zone 4. Immediately the coach at Railways gets into the action, steps up from his chair, keeping a close eye on proceedings on the court. The point was created by the service there. Reception being a little bit of a problem for both these teams. As good as the services might be, the reception still slowly catching up. Service error. Sanjit Das. Even Stevens, 6 points each. Nothing separating these two teams. Not getting his hands sorted. Double touch called by the official. That's the beauty of the service. The service forcing the error, making that reception difficult, making it difficult for the setter. Services posing a question and Indian Railways coming with the answer. Right through the center. Rohit, what a serve. Backline attack. One blocker in front of him, but one is too many. Varun GS. What a block. 1-on-1. An opportunity for Saklain to make a good ball there. Net touch called by the official. Well spotted, the second official. Not getting carried away with the game like you and me, but keeping his eyes on that net. Oh, not getting his radar right. Nice ball made by Whipple there, but not getting the direction that he wanted, Sanjay. The libero saving it from back. Off the block on this occasion. Fantastic contest. The audience being treated to a fabulous game on the second day of the tournament. And I'm sure games like these will bring more and more public to watch these 69 national volleyball championships here being brought to your homes exclusively on the ESI network. What a serve! What a serve! Dipping and dying there. And while it's coming to you, you think you have it covered. You're following the ball. You're expecting it to come to you, and then suddenly it starts tipping. Sanjay. Tricky there, tricky. The block was there. The block was there, but wanting to get a little more closer to the net. Backline attack and equally well blocked. Good rally. Saklain this time decides to take it early, not letting the defense set. Close game, 12-10. It's a crucial service for the services. Nice and aggressive. Well done. Varun GS had zone 4 mapped. I think he got caught between wanting to go for a block out. He saw the blockers come up. He knew they were there in advance. And then he was thinking, should I go for a block out or should I go for a clean spike? Eventually spikes it out. What a hustle, what a hustle. Chasing it out wide was Vipul Kumar, but equally alive to the opportunity was the offense at the services end. 13-12, 1 point game in favor of services. Neck to neck battle here. Unforced error. He had something in his mind. Couldn't get the execution right. Pankaj Sharma. Pankaj, an international himself, having played in the Asian Volleyball Championships. Saklain with the set. Nice arch ball there. Sends it floating to zone 4. And in response comes the answer from Abhishek Rajiv. He says, you set it up and I'll finish that sentence for you. Unforced error, trying to catch the line. Drifting wide on the far side. What a set, what a set. Shaimuddin. Rohit goes for a dink. But in response, the response is not going to be soft. The response from services is strong and firm. Off the block there. 2-point lead for services, sensing a shift in the momentum at this juncture. The coach and management from Railways calling for a timeout, wanting to talk things over, realizing that a single point here could be crucial. A 3-point lead as we get into the second half of the game can be extremely decisive. Do let us know, how do you think the game is going? Who do you think the hottest player right now is? Who do you think is going to be the game changer in this contest? Center blocker works his magic. Seven checks out, 6 walks in. Siddharth says Vipul's going to make the difference. Harsha Tiwari says Aswal's going to make the difference. The block was there, but the linesman calls the ball out. Crucial point that was. 17-14. Moves to 17-15. Feeling the pressure. Feeling the pressure of not having Aswal on the court. From your comments, I can see Aswal has quite a fan club. And I think that's going to be the challenge for Indian Railways, managing the rotation in a way that the impact of Aswal being out of the attack line gets handled in the most effective manner. Let's see if they can do it. Faisal Aslam says Shameen will make this match one-sided. Time will tell, time will tell. He's slowly beginning to make his impact on this game. 19-16, a 3-point lead at this juncture is a good cushion as we step into the 20s. 19-16 in favor of services. Crucial point. Just wide there. And Railways now with an opportunity. 19-17. Of course, services will have reception advantage, but the rotation with Aswal, the blocker, in the mix. Here's an opportunity. Let's see what services can do. Saklain sets it up. Saklain sets it up. And Naveen completes it. Changes on both sides. Number 13 checking in and number 5. Number 13 for Railways coming into the game is Vishak Rajit. And number 5 for services is Nizam. 2017. Once again, Railways showing their experience and their class. Every time services thinks that they're going to get away with this game, services starts reducing the gap. Holding on to this game. Dipping service. Zone 2 offense. Opportunity. Quick setup by Saklane. Beautifully reading the movement there. And we had a fan telling us that Shahmeen is going to make a difference. And Shahmeen seems to be making the difference as we get into the game end. Under pressure, under pressure. Maybe this was the time with a 4-point cushion. You could have taken it a little easy, kept the ball in play. Once again, short set, short set. That's the magic that seems to be working. That's the formula that seems to be working for services. Four-point lead, 22-18, and Railway is calling for a timeout, wanting to talk things over. Nice to hear from you guys throughout this coverage. We are enjoying this game. I'm sure you are too, sitting at your homes. After the initial flourish that Railways got out of Rohit and Aswal, it's been a response coming in with some superb combination play set up by Saklane, leveraging Shamyuddin and Naveen on a couple of occasions. That combination seems to be clicking for services. Saklane Tariq. And the advantage of having Aswal in the attack line. And this time it was too predictable. 3 times in a row. But 4th time is not a charm because Aswal is right there. Reading that play perfectly. His arms up, blocking it in their face. Lovely fake there. Nice set, nice set. And that's the difference he makes on court. The moment he's on court, the play for Railway starts clicking. The movements start making sense. The ball seems to be finding the spike rather than the spiker hunting for the ball. And just as we said it, just as we called it, sensing that momentum, timeout called by services. 2-point lead, 23-21. Oh yes, Faisal. Oh yes. Saklane, he says, is the answer to who next after Uttara Pandian. While we are talking of setters, don't forget Kapil Dev. He's on the bench as an assistant coach for Indian Railways, and anyone who's watched volleyball in India would know when it comes to setting, there are few better than him globally. Talk about coming from behind. At one point of time, Railways were trailing as much as 4 points. But as we come to the business end of this set, it's 23 all. Class and temperament begins to show. Sensing a mismatch in rhythm. Quick second timeout. Services wanting to talk things over, wanting to get their patterns in play. Things were working for them some time ago. But with Aswal in the mix at the opposite end, things are not as easy as things were 15 minutes ago. Oh, under pressure. This is going to be tricky now. Aswal goes out of the circulation for Indian Railways. Set point. Rohit is the answer for Railways. Zone 4 offense. Rohit versus a single blocker is not a good equation for services. You need a double block against him. The blockers were there, but the spike was still effective. That's the beauty of volleyball. It's just not predictable. You can read the play, but the attacker can change that play. (26-24), the first set, going to services. Neck-to-neck battle, and eventually pulling away in that last moment. So we seem to have a lot of viewers. Currently more, 1,000 volleyball plus lovers watching us on the ESI network. Do write to us. Tell us where you are watching from. Send us your location. We guys are bringing you this game from courtside in Bhubaneshwar. It's called the Kit Campus. And we are in the Biju Patnaik Stadium here in Bhubaneshwar. Well, losing a set doesn't mean the end of things. Services know it better than anyone else. Even in yesterday's fixture, they had taken the first set against Kerala. But the moment they lifted their foot off the throats of their opponents jumped and bit them back. Kerala taking the next 3 sets convincingly. Is it going to be the same story this time again with Indian Railways? Or is it going to be different? Tune in and watch. Do let us know where you're watching us from. I have Bharat with me, who's on the social media routine right now. And Bharat's going to be helping me, letting me know who's logging in from where. AD Hill says he's logged in from Hassan. So Kerala. Chetan says he's watching us from Hassan, Kerala, Mangalore, Delhi. I see Vipin Abraham, who's logged in from Delhi. Vipin, I also share your name. My name's Vipin Clement. Okay, someone else from Bangalore. Yatraj. We even have someone from the US of A. Shubh Chima. Watching from Mumbai, says Vishal Deshmane. Hassan, Kerala, Mangalore. Wow, we seem to have quite a diverse viewership. Uttarakhand, Punjab, Abu Dhabi, Wayanad. Arhan watching us from USA. Fantastic. Be set for the second set. Zone 2 offense. Effective as hell. So I'm getting some requests from the fans in the northern part of the country, wanting us to bring some magic in Hindi. So to all your folks here from Uttarakhand, from Delhi, from the north, let's bring in some Hindi to this telecast. What a hustle! What a hustle! Everything's been created from that spike. Abhishek Rajiv making zone 4 his own. Kiran Raj, कप्तान यहाँ पे सर्विसेज के. करारा स्पाइक वहां पे. नंबर 17 अभिषेक राजीव, बैक टू बैक इन्वॉल्वमेंट उनकी हर पॉइंट में. Thank you, Vishal. Your love makes me better. जबरदस्त ब्लॉक. बढ़िया सेट यहां पे. सुपीरियर हसल वहां पे सर्विसेज का. और अश्वाल वहां पे थे पर कुछ नहीं कर पाए. 4-1. शुरुआत के क्षणों में एक अच्छी बढ़त यहां पे सर्विसेज के लिए. अनफोर्स्ड एरर. अच्छा मौका था, 3 पॉइंट का क्वेश्चन था वहां पे. थोड़ा सेफ खेल सकते थे वहां पे. मौका दिया यहां पे रेलवेज को कुछ मोमेंटम बनाने का. और ब्लॉक आउट का कॉल वहां पे. अंडर प्रेशर है ऑफिशियल थोड़े. अश्वाल कैप्टन है रेलवेज के, बात करना चाहते हैं ऑफिशियल से, पर ऑफिशियल ने दिया जवाब. कहते हैं मेरा डिसीजन फाइनल. जो मैंने देखा, मैंने कहा. ब्लॉक आउट वहां पे. 3 पॉइंट की लीड सर्विसेज के लिए। बैकलाइन अटैक वहां पे बेसलाइन ऑफिशियल का इशारा इन द पेंट, और ये पॉइंट भी जाएगा सर्विसेज को 4 पॉइंट की लीड बढ़त बनाते हुए। शेख मुदस्सिर, थैंक यू फॉर योर लव। और यहां पे अनफोर्स्ड एरर शर्मीन का। ये अनकंफर्म्ड है मेरी तरफ से, पर शायद उनका पहला सीनियर नेशनल है, और अगर वो बात सही है तो वाह क्या प्रदर्शन रहा है उनका। और हासिल यहां पे थोड़ी तालमेल की कमी, थोड़ा रिदम हटा उनका, पर वहीं अभी एक्सपीरियंस लाते हुए तारिक अपना, यहीं पे एक्सपीरियंस का पता चलता है एक प्लेयर का कि क्या आप उस गलती को नासूर बनने देते हो कि क्या आप उससे आगे बढ़ के निकलते हो। और बैक टू बैक यहां पे वही चीज फिर से करने की कोशिश, यूनिवर्सल अटैकर बाहर बेस लाइन से अटैक करने की कोशिश, पर इस बार नहीं चले। किरण राज, कप्तान का ऑफेंस नहीं चला। वहां पे कप्तान की सर्व, बनाया सेट, इस टाइम बनाया सेट, और जोन 4 का प्रहार यहां पे संभाल नहीं पाए पंकज के अटैक को। पंकज शर्मा खुद एशियन वॉलीबॉल चैंपियनशिप में खेल चुके हैं, इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया था उन्होंने कतार में। खुर्शीद बेग लॉगिंग इन फ्रॉम कश्मीर, कहते हैं आई लव वॉलीबॉल। यस, वी लव वॉलीबॉल टू, एंड मोर देन दैट वी लव ब्रिंगिंग वॉलीबॉल टू यू। लगे रहिए हमारे साथ अगले 4-5 दिन, ये टूर्नामेंट अभी शुरू हो रहा है। सेमीफाइनल्स और फाइनल स्टेजेस में आएगा असली मजा। ये बनाई बॉल, इनके सामने थे सिर्फ एक ब्लॉकर, और एक ब्लॉकर अगर रहेंगे पंकज के सामने तो पॉइंट इन्हीं का रहेगा। बढ़िया सेटिंग। सेवन एट बढ़त थी सर्विसेज के पास, पर वहीं पे अपने एक्सपीरियंस का प्रयोग करते हुए नेक टू नेक ले आए हैं इस गेम को रेलवेज। ये बनाया यूनिवर्सल के लिए, आए बेसलाइन अटैक बनाते हुए, पीछे से आए किरण राज कप्तान, और 2 रिजेक्शंस हुई थी, पर डटे रहे। इस बार उनका पॉइंट, 2 पॉइंट का गेम। बेसलाइन अटैक, तगड़ा प्रहार पीछे से, संजित दास। अब ये रोटेशन होने वाली है इंटरेस्टिंग, बिकॉज ये रोटेशन है फेवरेबल रेलवेज के लिए। जब अश्वाल आते हैं आगे, यूजुअली पॉइंट्स होते हैं उनके। वही हुई है बात, जबरदस्त ब्लॉक उनका, आते ही इंपैक्ट किया गेम को। इंपैक्ट प्लेयर हैं वो, और इसी का जवाब ढूंढना पड़ेगा सर्विसेज को। देखते हैं क्या रहेगी उनकी रणनीति। 9 पॉइंट्स ईच। क्या बनाई है बॉल, क्या बनाई है बॉल। ना केवल ब्लॉकर को दिया चकमा, इवन कमेंटेटर को दिया चकमा। मैं खुद ही बॉल जोन 4 पे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था और देखा अचानक बॉल जोन 2 पे. Rudra, I hope you're enjoying the game. Baseline attack पर जबरदस्त ब्लॉक. What a hustle! What a hustle! मजा आ गया. ब्लॉक पे ब्लॉक. अपॉर्चुनिटी है सर्विसेज के पास. हसल. तारिक ने बनाई यहां पे बॉल और जोन 4 से आया जवाब सर्विसेज का. किरण राज कप्तान छा गए. सर्विसेज का पॉइंट यहां पे. वाह जी वाह, फिर से 3 पॉइंट की लीड कुशन बनाती हुई सर्विसेज यहां पे. Absolutely, Faisal. Blockers are making this match good. What would life be without blockers, eh? और ना केवल हैं अश्वाल बढ़िया ब्लॉकर, वो हैं बढ़िया अटैकर भी. लॉन्ग रीच का प्रयोग किया, फेच किया वहां पे सेट को और किल किया आपने. 10-12 2 पॉइंट की डेफिसिट के साथ सर्व कर दी हुई रेलवेज. बढ़िया स्पाइक यहां पे. अभिषेक राजीव. आई जोन 4 से ब्लॉकर्स थे तैयार, पर जानते थे कि ब्लॉकआउट मिलेगा, तभी एक्स्ट्रा पावर डाली उन्होंने वहां पे. अब ये था अश्वाल की स्ट्रेंथ. अब आई जवाब. सर्विसेज के नंबर 6 पंकज शर्मा. और यहां पे सेटर पे एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर रहता है जब अश्वाल रहते हैं अटैकिंग रोटेशन में. और मोमेंटम देखते हैं, वही 4 पॉइंट की डेफिसिट जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे. That 4 point lead that we were talking about, that 4 point cushion that services have gained and created for themselves over the first part of the second set. And realizing this 4 point deficit needs to change. Something needs to be done. And to make that work, timeout called by Indian Railways, wanting to talk things over. Interesting question, Rudra. What a spike, what a spike, what a combination play there. That's why you need timeouts. Step out, clear your heads, make a play. And this is a point that's what the dreams of a coach is made of. You tell them something, they get back on court and they implement it perfectly. Here's Saklain with his answer. One shot set spike for Railways, and Saklain sets up an equally beautiful spike at the other end. Kept in play. Beautifully read. Beautifully read. It's not always about muscle. It's also about touch. Sensing the space just beyond the blockers. Beautiful dink there. 3 point lead for services. Crucial point for Railways. And just like the previous game, when you think Services is going to slowly pull away, Indian Railways clawing their way back. The coach from Services appealing for a block out, asking the official to call a touch, but both the refs in concurrence and sensing a swing in momentum. 15-14, that lead slowly being eroded away by Railways. The coach and management at Services wanting to talk things over. What a block, but the set was not up to the mark. Keeping his eyes peeled was Pankaj Sharma, waiting at that net, pouncing on that opportunity. Crucial point it is always after your coach takes a timeout. Every coach wants that next point to be his, because that's what builds momentum. In called by the baseline official. Still a 1-point game. Services still have reception advantage. Let's see what they can create. Off the block there. Planning that execution was Pankaj Sharma. Two-point lead. What a block. Here's another opportunity. Baseline offense. Well done, kept in play. And this time, the radar didn't seem to function too well. He was up in the air, he was waiting for the ball. But I think he was waiting for the blockers too. Well spotted, alive to the opportunity there. Keeping his eyes peeled, Naveen Krishnan. So like in KBC, when you have fastest finger first, Naveen just won the edition of fastest blocker first. Services being driven forward by Shameen's performances. Faisal Aslam. Well said indeed. Abhishek and Shameen. That seems to be the difference. What a service there. Baseline offense. Probably expecting the set to be a little closer to the net. Had to reach behind to bring the ball down. It's not an easy skill, especially if you're coming in as a universal. Ooh. Trying a combination play there. Tariq and Naveen. The blockers creating that point. Both the defensive blockers were up as he went up. And so he was forced into taking that decision and ended up spiking the ball wide. रुद्रा says नवीन की रीच सबसे ज्यादा है इंडिया में. वेल ये तो आंकड़े ही बताएंगे, हमने तो नापा नहीं, आप कहेंगे तो हम मान लेंगे. Binoy George says ESI, heart ESI, love ESI, love volleyball. You love volleyball, we love volleyball. Wonderful to see you logging in from Liverpool in the UK. I wish some of the luck for services would also rub off on the Liverpool football team. What a comeback. What a comeback this is turning out to be. 19-20. 1 point game now. Service is beginning to feel the pressure. Service error. Going for broke there, Rohit Kumar. Nizam checks in, checking out Naveen Krishna. (2021). 5 out, 16 in as Naveen gets back into the game. A short rest, a short breather. Advantage of the offense now. Let's see what services can do with this. Fantastic. The captain is in the game. Number 11, no stopping him. When he is part of the offensive rotation, Railways wins a streak of points. And it's the crucial game time now, 20 plus. And the rotation is favorable for the Railways captain. Reaching behind him, probably should have left that ball. Maybe if Aswal had left it, probably Varun was waiting in the wings to spike that. And not that it was really a compromise. Varun himself an under-23 India international. So you were going to replace quality with quality. Good service, keeping the ball away from the libero. (22 each. Coming from behind, trailing for most of this set. Railways now finds themselves neck to neck at 22 points each. Unforced error there. Unforced error. 23-22. Coming from behind and now taking the lead. 24-22. Set point now for Indian Railways. What a block! What a block! What a block! What a set! This is the joy of watching volleyball. Coming from behind, trailing from behind right from the first point for much of this set. And in the moment when it counts the most, Indian Railways steps in and snatches this set away from services. What a game. One set each. Tanvi Dubey, always wonderful to have a fan. Do follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and let's catch coffee sometime too. Allure says Vipul's game changer. Yes, especially in this set. He's made the impact for Railways. And also, I feel the rotation worked really well because when the score just moved beyond 21, the rotation was such that Aswal got onto the offense line. And that's when Railways creates most momentum when it comes to getting some points. Well, we are loving bringing this match to you. I hope you are loving listening to us and watching this game. Is there a message that you would like to send out to your favorite player in either of these teams? What would your message be to the captain of services? What would your message be to the captain of Indian Railways? What would you like them to do? What would you like them to bring to the court? Do share with us. All set for game 3 in this mouth-watering contest. Indian Railways taking on services. Services hurting from their defeat from yesterday, having taken the first set from Kerala and then losing 3 in a row. Is it going to be the same story again? They took the first set away from Railways. Railways came storming back in the second, trailing for most of the second, and then in the final moments, snatching that set away from services. Can services keep themselves motivated? That's going to be the question. Both teams hustling to keep the ball in play. Services with an opportunity here. But the opportunity is at the other end. You have a center blocker in Aswal Rai. And when he's in that central position and gets ample support on his left, it's going to be really difficult for the offense. Volleyball that makes you silent. Volleyball that keeps you quiet. Both teams hustling, both teams giving their 100%. What a service it was that forced the libero to make a defensive error. And just lucky to get away with that point services. Here he comes, zone 2 offense. Using the captain for that beautiful fake. And then comes the spike on zone 2. (3-2). It seems like we are watching the same movie with the same kind of script, but the ending seems to change. Most of the first set, services leading, Railways keeping in touch, and then in the end, services winning the set. The second set, services again leading, but Railways coming from behind, changing the end. Once again, services maintaining a slender lead, and Railways keeping their pace with them. Harshika Tiwari sends out a shout out to Aswal, Rajat, Malik, Vipul, Rohit, and wishes them well. Sends them her love and says she's missing Karan bro. Babu Kalyan logging in from Kolar. Welcome to this game, and where have you been, man? This has been such an exciting contest over the last 2 sets. This one is equally exciting, 4 points each. Nothing separating these two. The official calling for the point to be replayed. What a smooth move. What a smooth operator there. On zone 4. Tariq sets it up for the universal. What a player. Well spotted. Had the whole court in front of his eyes. Was able to see that space with one glance. And Rohit there executing that thing to perfection. Pradeep is a services fan and he says services ki jai ho. And then we have Harshika, who's a Railways fan. So it's even Stevens on court and it's even Stevens off court as well. Equally fervent fans for both these teams, services and Railways. And we are enjoying bringing you this close contest on the ESI network. What a hustle. And the captain brings his magic to the party. You can't keep this guy out of the game for too long. Aswal Rai, captain of this side, recently played for India in the SAF games. And I'm sure he's going to be looking forward to leading this team to the title in this 69th Senior National Volleyball Championships. And as we speak, the pressure he brings on the net, the pressure his presence brings on the spikers, making them go for blockouts, making them go for the baseline, making them aim for those sidelines, increasing the degree of difficulty. And once again, you have that superhuman super blocker there, dead blocking it. 2-point lead. Block out there. Some of his colleagues thought that, okay, the ball was floating out, but the official keeping a keen eye. And considering how fast the ball is traveling, it's amazing how the officials managed to keep track of it. And this is a unique position for services. In the first two games, services has been holding on to the lead. But in this occasion, this set seems to be a little different. And once again, using his reach, not opting for power. Well done, well done. At the service line, the captain shouldering the responsibility, Kiran Raj. What a spike, what a spike. Not just the power, but also the placement. Advantage for Railways here. The captain to the service line. Just out of bounds, just out of bounds. And once again, the rotation taking him out. And this has been the crucial part of play for Railways. If they can keep or stay close to services in this duration, yes, they get the first point. Because the game changer will be the captain when he steps back in. What a block. Oh, what a job. The libero flying through the spectators there. What an amazing hustle. What an amazing exchange. People on their feet. Block after block, spike after spike. Both these teams playing at an amazing level. The crowd getting into the action. And Rohit sends the ball out flying. What an exchange. What a point. What commitment. Amazing. And at the end of it, we are still equal. At the end of it, we are still even. One set all, 11 points each. Getting some of the sweat off the floor, especially with tall volleyballers with their high center of gravity. You don't want to be slipping on court. What a play, especially to see him floating in on service level, on ground level. Comes from that back line. What a fence. The libero created that point. The libero kept them in the game. The libero Varun. The libero Ashwin. Ashwin S. Keeping them with one hustle after another. And then you have Varun stepping in to kill that spike. That's what team spirit is all about. What a serve. But equally well dealt with by services. Once again, it's that combination between Saklen and his spikers. Pankaj. Sometimes you need some luck when you're going for these spikes. You need those blockers' hands in the way. And that's what Varun's missing today. Good hustle. Well set. Down the line spike. Down the line spike. It's a harder skill to execute, but wow, did he do it well. Oh, lovely, lovely. Alive to the opportunity, Saklen. And when the going gets tough, the tough step up to the plate. The captain himself taking on the responsibility. Nothing separating these two teams, 15 points each. Oh! Tempered aggression by the captain. He's zoned in. You can see it on his face. He's serious. He's alive to the opportunity. Reception error. And somehow Services has been really good with its serving, keeping that ball away from the libero, forcing these offensive players to be receiving the ball. And sensing that swing in momentum, a 2-point cushion, a 2-point lead for Services now, 17-15. Sanjit Das, jersey number 10 for Railways, present in the rotation right now on the court. Saklane absorbing all that pressure. And this is the tricky part of volleyball. The officials need to keep track of the rotation happening. And it's important to cycle in your offensive players at the right time. Here he comes. Backline attack this time. They planned for it. They knew that the captain was, as the center blocker, operating in their faces. Shifted the ball a little behind. (18-15), a 3-point cushion now for Services. This point is crucial. Railways needs to stay in the game with this point, and they respond to the situation. Every time you think Services is going to pull away in any of these games, Railways has shown its class stepping up to the plate. And this time it's Varun. Tactical play. Getting Varun out while he had his service. Shashank. Let's see how good that serve is. And sometimes it's difficult stepping in cold. Well read on the net. Judges the flight of the ball perfectly. Shaminuddin. He's wearing number 8, but today victory looks like his fate. Unforced error there, unforced error. And that's going to be the challenge for the services coach. You can see his body language on the side, asking his players to be calm. What a serve. What a spike! What a spike! Zone 4 making hit his own. Pankaj Sharma showing you the class of an India international player. The largest lead for services in this game so far, 4 points. No team has ever led more than that, and now it's 5. 22-17. It's improbable, but it's not impossible. Can Railways work some magic? Well, they definitely want to talk it over. Tell us, what do you think? What do you think Railways needs to do differently to change the flow of this game? That's the services huddle. Enjoying that 5-point cushion, in fact. (17-22). Usually at this stage with a 5-point cushion, it's more about the next set. It's more about building some momentum that you can carry forward into the next set. Not the best of receptions. Here he comes, too strong there, Rohit Kumar, for any of the blockers in front of him. Splitting them in two. (22-18). Can Railways do the impossible? Can they come from a 5-point lead, a 5-point deficit, crawl their way back? And sensing the nerves, sensing that possibility, a timeout taken by services. Both these teams have experienced professionals. Both these teams have international players on their ranks. Railways have 3. Rohit Kumar, the number 4 that you see flying in from Zone 2 and Zone 4. The captain, the tall and lanky Aswal Rai, having represented India in the SAF games. And Varun GS, who's an under-23 India international. Services, on the other hand, have number 6 Pankaj Sharma and Saklain Tariq, the setter. Both these teams are made up of true quality. And that's why you're enjoying this game of volleyball. Off the block there. 23-18. Well and truly done this particular set. I think we can safely write this off to services. What a spike! What a spike! Rohit Kumar. Rohit's an India international, having played in the Asian Games recently in Indonesia. And he will need to take that class forward into the next set. Good hustle. Good defense. 24-19. Somehow feeling the stress is the team from Indian Railways. Need to keep that body language going. It's easier said than done. Fatigue will become an important factor now. Net touch called by the second official awards the point to Railways. Rohit gets some rest as Rajat Chaudhary checks in for Railways. Oh, well created. That combination between Saklain and reading his mind, Naveen. Services has been the story of Saklain's magic when it comes to setting, and the combination plays between him, Naveen, Abhishek and co. We are all set for game 4. Well, one thing's for sure, the story has changed from yesterday. Services yesterday won the first set and then faded away. But today, that's not the story. And this time, Railways is starting in with a lot more positivity, lot more aggression. And it's going to be interesting whether this positive body language can be maintained by Railways throughout the game. And sometimes I feel that Railways seems to be slipping away when it comes to the body language towards the business end of the game. Two quick points. Can they capitalize on this lead? Can they hold this lead? A 2-point lead in this current format is a good lead to handle. And immediately comes the response. Definitely services aiming to make it difficult for them. The libero does his job. Not getting the call from the official, but not stopping. Last time he went for a cheeky attempt, but this time he says, okay, I'm going to go for brute force. Pankaj Sharma. Number 6 for services. Watch this guy. Especially when he's on zone 4. He's really exciting to watch. And that's the rotation he is in right now. Effectively blocked. But block out, says the call. Varun. Tariq sets it up. Universal comes flying in from behind. And the captain now unleashes his energy. Right down the center. It wasn't an easy set. The ball was coming down spinning. But he connects it smoothly. One more point in the kitty of Railways. 5-2, 3-point lead. And this is where experience shows, realizing that there is momentum working for the team from Railways. Professionalism stepping in, managing the game time, slowing down proceedings. This is pure class. And just as we say pure class, a frenzied error. Running away with this game now, 6-2. 4 points is a lot of points. And once again, the captain showing his mettle. The center blocker gives his team a 5-point lead. Even though it's early, these are precious points for Indian Railways. And finally, a service error. Varun gifting that point to services. Four-point lead. And they're going to have the advantage of reception. And this time it's a down-the-line spike, not going cross-court, using the arms of the blocker to get a block out. Eight-3. Was in the best of settings. It was a difficult set for him. He came flying in from the back, Pankaj Sharma. The ball was behind him, but still managed to create space. 4-point lead. This is a crucial point. If services can take this point, they are very much back into the set. Net touch called by the official. What a serve! What a serve! And 6-point cushion. 10-4 in favor of Indian Railways as the first timeout is taken on the floor. Timeout by Team Services. Not too happy with the call. Block out, says the official. And pleading their case are the players. (10-5). And it's a game of angles, isn't it, volleyball? Sometimes players see things that the official doesn't see, but the official is at a height, so he sees things that the players doesn't see. 10-6, 4 points. Can Services claw its way back into this game? (16-11). Services up. I beg your pardon. 11-6, and it's Railways up. Sometimes these electronic scoreboards take a second to change, and I'm guilty of catching it in between. 12-6, 6-point lead for Indian Railways. Good favorable rotation for them. Rohit with the serve. And this time Services changes that combination. Tariq combining with the captain Kiran Raj. Managing that 5-point lead is crucial for Railways. Very few teams lose a game of volleyball with a 5-point cushion. Pankaj from the back line. Checking into the game for Railways, number 12, Saurabh. Just like that, it's become a 3-point game. 12-9. If Services takes this point, it's well and truly back in the mix for this set. What defense! What defense! I hope you could catch that on your screens. What an attempt he made. If the net wasn't there, I'm sure he would have gotten to the ball. 4-point lead, 13-9. (13-10). Still keeping the interest going in this set. What a double block. But this time it's the captain. And when he's in the mood for offense, there's very little that stops him. Aswal Rai flying in from the back. 14-10. Just beyond the line. He had the right idea. He went up from zone 4, decided to go down the line. But just off the mark. Just off the mark. 15-10. Railways must feel that they have this game in control. But sometimes that's the risk. You don't want to think that you have the game in the pocket already. (15-11). Services holding on to this game by their fingertips. Off the block there once again, using that zone 4 offense. 15-12. Once again, it's that magic number. It's a 3 separating these two teams. And just when I said magic number, right on cue, Railway sensing that pressure, calling for a timeout. Wanting to break that rhythm. Wanting to change that momentum. Because they're going to be receiving, and it's an opportunity for them to execute a planned play. A play right from their playbook. Point awarded to services at a crucial juncture. 15-13. 2-point lead now for Railways. Block in, looping beyond all the players, but yet staying within the service line. 15-14. Our service is going to do the improbable. And at a crucial moment like this, the pressure begins to tell. Service error. 2-point lead now for services. Can they make it more? Beautiful placement, beautifully placed, using all his experience, using all his expertise there. Pankaj Sharma flies into the air, and then gently lands it just beyond the reach of the blockers. It's a 1-point game now. I dare say it's anybody's game. What a set! What a spike! When the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's been the story with services, down as much as 6 points at one point of time in this game, but crawling back by their fingertips, getting back into this game. 16 points each now. Nothing separating these two sides. Beautiful diagonal spike. Beautiful diagonal spike, using all the angles available to him from zone 2. You could see it on your screens. The blockers were there, but Sanjit Das somehow found the space to send that ball through. What a block! What a block down the center! What aggression, what passion! 17 points each. And this is the moment in which Railways needs to keep its momentum going. If you remember at the starting of this set, I was talking about how towards the end of the set, the body language seems to change because the tension seems to creep in. Tough defense once more. Here they come again, but this time once more, the blockers combine up front. The offensive rotation, Tariq combining with Pankaj. Once again, another block. It's been the story of the blockers for services. Back-to-back points. 19-17, the momentum seems to have swung. 17-19 now. 2 points up our services. And this time carrying the team on his shoulders. The last time they took a point, it was his offense. And once again, it is Sanjit Das who tries to change the tide. (2018), 2-point lead for services. Railways, make no mistake, are still very much in the game. Can they stay calm about it? Because it's not easy when you lose a 5-point lead. And yes, they can, because they've just been gifted a service error. And one service error is responded or replied with another at the other end. 19-21. That's when aggression and passion come together, and it's a little difficult to keep your head straight. These are professional players. And they know what they're doing, and they know they need to keep it really difficult and tight, otherwise the opponents are going to get an advantage. 19-21, 2-point lead. Fantastic spike. This guy's red hot in this game. Right from that zone 2, he has found a space for himself and he's been executing the offense for Railways. Sanjay Das on fire. 20-21, 1 point. Separating these two teams. And this time, Tariq changes the offense. Instead of sending the ball floating to zone 2, he sends it to zone 4. And off the block, it's another point for services. Railways still in this game. Have the advantage of their reception. Can they make it count? And on cue, Railways taking a timeout because it's an important point. 20-22, 2-point lead for services. For those of you who've joined us a little late, let's tell you you're watching the second day in the 69th Senior National Volleyball Championships for men and women being hosted at the KIT University in Bhubaneshwar, Orissa. And this is only day 2. And you're watching a fixture in Group B where Railways is taking on services. And we have an audience of all shapes and sizes. I have a kid next to me who insists on talking. There you go. Wow. Services need to keep their guard up because Railways, here they come. Can Railways do it? Can they come from behind now? The answer is that they can come from behind, but the captain of the services team, Kiran Raj, is in their way, giving his team a 2-point lead. Railways stealing away another point, keeping themselves in this contest, 22-23. And your heart says, come on, Railways. Make this contest more exciting. Take this set because we want to see a 5-setter. We don't want this journey to end. 22-23. I say, come on, Railways, but Pankaj says, hello, I have different ideas. Set point, match point for services. And here comes the answer. It's the same answer that Railways has had over the last few exchanges. Sanjay Das from zone 2. It's been his magic in this 4th set that's kept Railways in the game. 23-24, 1 point separating these two sides. And in this neck-to-neck battle, services takes a timeout, wanting to calm the nerves, because I'm sure both these teams are nervous, especially the services, because they've walked into this particular contest with a defeat already at the hands of Kerala. And they wouldn't want to have a second defeat in this group. It's one of those glorious volleyball moments when your heart says, come on, Railways, get those 2 points. take us into that fifth set. Let's make this exciting. And I know in some levels it sounds so evil because they're going to be just outright tired. What an audience we have today. I can barely hear myself. In the midst of all of that, here comes Pankaj Sharma. Number 6 for services. Spikes it through that block, off that block for another point. Clinching that set, 25-23 for the team from services. It's been a fantastic game, 26-24. The first set to services. 20-25, they lose the second as Railways find their way back in. The third set once again going to the team from services, 25-20. And then in the fourth, in a neck-to-neck battle, after trailing from behind, they steal that fourth set away from Railways, clinching their first victory in these 69 Senior National Volleyball Championships. Here, brought to you exclusively on the ESI Network. Thank you so much for staying with us for this contest, and I hope you love this game as much as we love bringing it to you.